I have been letting myself get pissed these past few days, and I've been showing that to you. I also want you to remember why you're doing what you're doing. Return to the good things, to the good side of things. I don't want you to stay getting pissed all the time. You know, when recording videos like this and only showing you the small portion of my day or the small portion of what's on my mind, it's easy to think, that's all I'm thinking about. Like, it's easy for you to think that is all Philip is thinking about. That's what's on Philip's mind. That's all he believes. And the thing is, that's just a portion, a small portion of my entire day. In reality, it's very important for me to return to the experience of love. That is why I started this, why I started making videos almost a year and a half ago now. I did it so that I could continue experiencing love every day. And, while letting myself get upset and doing stuff about it, it's all with this greater purpose of experiencing more love. It's about creating this polarity in my life, going between different types of energy. Rather than avoiding these very real parts of me, I'm leaning in, I'm using them for good. And then I'm stepping out of it and returning to love, returning to joy, returning to happiness. I know you know what that's like. I know you know what it's like to have your highs and then to have your lows. And if you're anything like me, there were times that you maybe beat yourself up over even having a low. You either berated yourself or you just felt even worse simply for the fact that you were having a bad day. And then you let it stack. And boy, we all stack, but maybe you and I most of all, where we just let things get so much larger than they need to be. We put these tiny negative moments on top of each other, just focusing on them until the point that we get legitimately depressed or anxious or angry, frustrated, whatever it is, lonely. But returning to love, the love that you have in your heart for the people in your life, for the strangers in your life, everyone. My favorite has to be loving people who maybe bother me, have wronged me, who I've wronged. Honestly, loving anybody whose bridge is currently burnt. Because it's really easy to love someone when they're doing everything right. It's really easy to love someone when we're doing everything right. It may be a little bit more of a challenge, but still possible to love someone just for them being who they are. If it's a stranger, just appreciating them for being a human. But I think the hardest of all is loving someone, genuinely loving someone who's hurt us. Or I should say it in a way that gives us a bit more, I don't want to say responsibility, more control, more power, more accountability. What's the word I'm looking for? There's a specific word I'm looking for, but I can't remember it. But basically, it's to return the power to us. Instead of saying the people who have hurt us, we say the people that we've allowed ourselves to feel hurt about. Because no one can actually, I don't want to say no one can actually hurt us. No, I can think of many ways someone that can physically or emotionally hurt us, but they could cause us pain, I should say. But they can't make us suffer. They could cause us repeated pain over and over and over again. But suffering, that happens in the mind. Suffering happens when you repeat a pain in your own mind over and over and over again. If you can love someone who's been the source of a lot of suffering in your life, and that doesn't mean allowing them to continue to cause you pain or cause you suffering. If you could love that person, albeit from a distance, you gain so much within your life. So much power, so much agency, so much freedom. And I want you to feel that freedom, because love comes from that freedom, and you deserve that. You deserve that love, that freedom, that power, that joy. I don't want you to suffer. And so, when I sit here and I talk about, getting pissed off and using that to spark the engine within my heart to take action, yada, yada, yada. When I say all that, I remember always to return to love. Because while that feeling of annoyance or anger or fear can be a spark, it is a very powerful short-term burst. And what's actually going to get me far are these pull motivations like love and my purpose for being here on this planet. My purpose is to experience love, to give it, to share it, to see it. Everything that you can do with love, I will do, if I don't already do it. And I haven't already done it. All love I will experience. Everything from heartbreak in my past to heart-filled love in my future. And I know I can't control when all these things happen, but I know that I'm going to feel it all. I'm not going to run away from it. I'm going to embrace it. I'm going to experience it. So that's what I'm here for. What are you here for? How do you get to experience love? Is that through some creative work? Maybe writing or drawing or painting? What type of creation do you plan to do? Maybe it's making videos too. Maybe making music, going on stage, presenting. Maybe it's being a leader in your family, in your business, in your friend group. What are you going to create? And how are you going to love? How are you going to be that example for someone else? Silence. Until tomorrow, just remember to always fill up with the love. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. I love you.